world once fell into darkness. Cities burned, nations crumbled, and over 70 million lives vanished into the chaos of war. Each life, a story silenced. Each battlefield, a graveyard of dreams. Yet from that silence rose voices that refused to fade. The words of leaders who faced the storm and shaped the world we live in today. Stay with me till the end and listen to their voices once more, so we may remember, reflect, and learn what humanity must never forget.
We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender, and if, which I do not for a moment believe, this island or a large part of it were subjugated and starving, then our empire beyond the seas, armed and guarded by the British fleet, would carry on the struggle until, in God's good time, the new world, with all its power and might, steps forth to the rescue and the liberation of the old.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
There are rumors circulating that London has fallen. Regrettably, I must confirm that to be true. Our forces have withdrawn from the city as of 2 a.m. last night to prevent its total destruction. Her Majesty the Queen and the royal family have been evacuated to Canada with the assistance of our allies and the remaining ships of the Royal Navy. These are trying times for all those who call the British Isles and our Commonwealth home. We have fought with honor and determination for a cause that we believed in deeply, but we must now accept that we can no longer continue this war on our own soil. We declared war on Germany for a world where freedom and the rights of all people could be respected. However, the German people have demonstrated an unyielding resilience and determination, and we must face the reality that our aspirations can no longer be achieved. As Englishmen, we must now reconsider our relationship with Germany and Europe as a whole, which has united under the German banner.
modest tranquility. Said I made up my mind this time. I'm taking it over.
The world once drowned in darkness. Cities turned to ashes, nations cried out, and millions of lives were lost in humanity's greatest tragedy. The Axis powers rose with cruelty and conquest, believing that fear could rule the earth. But then, the world answered. The Allies stood united, men and women from every corner of the globe, fighting not for glory, but for freedom. From the skies over Britain to the sands of Africa, from the snows of Stalingrad to the beaches of Normandy, the tide began to turn. The engines of tyranny began to break. The German war machine that once seemed unstoppable was pushed back by the courage of ordinary heroes. Because evil, no matter how powerful, can never defeat the good when humanity stands together. And when the last guns fell silent, the cost was beyond measure. More than 70 million lives lost, entire generations scarred. But from their sacrifice, a new world was born. One built on hope, unity, and peace. So remember them, not just as soldiers of the past, but as the reason we stand free today. For the greatest victory was not just the fall of tyranny, it was the rise of humanity.